my name is Allison Freswick, and I am here to teach you about baking with Young Living essential oils. Today we're going to make orange scones with orange icing. This is a favorite. This is a favorite in my house. So I recently started making scones. It wasn't even my favorite thing to eat, and now it is something that we make every week because it's easy and delicious, and there's only a handful of ingredients. So just in case this is your first time baking, and this is a skill I recently learned about how to actually measure flour. This is the scoop and level method. You just take a spoon, plop it into your measuring cup, just like that. This is so that the flour doesn't pack down. And then you just level it with a knife. So spread it out like so and level it. Okay, with scones, it's very important that your butter is very cold and your cream. So I have 2.5 cups of flour here, 6 tablespoons of sugar. I think this was about 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And you just mix that all together like so. Then I have 1 farm fresh egg, not from my farm, but okay. And 1/2 cup of heavy cream. So you might find that you need more cream, and that's okay, but this is what the recipe calls for. So your dry ingredients are with your dry ingredients, your wet with your wet. Just gonna mix that up. And then I have my shredded butter in the freezer. That's what the recipe says. You could probably leave it in the refrigerator. I've pre-shredded it. And if you're wondering how you shred butter, the same way you shred cheese. Okay. So let me grab that. All right, I've got my shredded butter. It's kind of in a clump, and you can hear it kind of crackle. I'm just going to drop that into my dry ingredients. Okay. We're just going to mix it up a little bit. If you've ever made biscuits, it's kind of the same consistency. So the ones I already have in the oven are almost done. So this will be perfect timing. So you can see it's just kind of butter and flour together. The reason why you freeze it is so that it doesn't totally melt while you're working with it. Okay, then into my liquid ingredients, actually I have one open here, I'm gonna drop orange essential oil. 10 to 15 drops. Okay, I'm also gonna put this oil in the icing. You can add fruit if you want, like orange cranberry, if you've ever had orange cranberry muffins. That would be delicious. I also really like to do this with lemon. You could do lemon blueberry scones. Just a moment. Okay. I'll leave those there for a moment while we finish up. Okay, I'm also thinking about experimenting with peppermint, doing some mini chocolate chips with a peppermint chocolate icing. I think that sounds super delicious. Okay, so as you can see here, it smells like orange. It smells so good. I still have quite a bit of flour hanging out at the bottom, so I'm just going to add a little bit more cream. I just got this heavy cream from our local dairy, so it is pretty thick. Okay, that's looking better. So if you want to do a traditional scone, you can just press this down into a disc a couple of inches thick and cut it into 6 or 8 triangles and put it in the refrigerator before you bake it. I have found that my children prefer more icing to scones, so we use an ice cream scoop to make smaller size scones, which means a smaller surface area for the icing. I've been doing a 1/4 cup size scoop, but now I just bought myself a little bit larger scoop. So that's the size I have here. This is the one that I was using. This one makes like a dozen or more scones. This one makes 9. So this one probably makes like 15, if you're curious about that. Okay. Let me get my hands in here. See if it's sticky enough. Things are always better when you use your hands. Add a little bit of love. Okay, so then you just get your scooper, whatever size you want to use, pat it down like so. And I do like to oil my pan. I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to use a pizza stone this time. I've been using a baking sheet, but I got the bright idea this time to try a pizza scone. So just make a scoop. I love you too, honey. And press it down. Do another one. Okay. These smell incredible already. So Young Living Vitality oils, you can take internally, you can use them in your baking. Of course, like for orange, we do so many things with that. We flavor our water with it. I love to make my own sparkle water and then sparkling water. You can tell, I have a 3-year-old, we call it sparkle water around here. We add lime, orange, lemon. Orange is great to add to your ningxia. So you can do so many things with it. I've heard about people making orange chicken. I have not tried that yet, but really the sky's the limit. Okay, this is our last one. It's gonna be a monster. That's fine. We'll put it right next to the smallest one on the pan. Okay, so you can see right there. I only made 8 this time. I must have been a little heavy-handed with the scoop this time. Okay, so after that, you take a little bit of fresh cream or milk, whatever you have on hand, and you put a little bit of that on top. And this just helps it to brown really nicely. Gives a little gloss. If you're not using icing, you can also put some coarse sugar on at this point. Okay. Then these need to go into the refrigerator. They say 10 or 15 minutes. All right. Now we're going to make our icing. First, I'm going to get these scones so you can see what they look like when they're finished. Okay. You can see their texture a little bit. They're still steaming. They smell amazing. I only did 10 drops of essential oil in this batch. I lost count when I was talking to you for the next batch, but I'm confident they'll be delicious. Okay, they got a little done. Let's see. Just a moment, baby. Okay, so to make your frosting, you're gonna take 1 cup of powdered sugar, as much essential oil as you want. I'm gonna start with about 10 drops, 12. And then some cream. It doesn't take very much liquid to get a drizzle. So you just stir it up to your desired consistency. That was probably what, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Smells amazing. There you go, there you have it, you have icing. Then you just drizzle on top and enjoy. Yes. The kids are literally lining up. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and that it will help you to be brave cooking with your essential oils. We'll post a link to the recipe as well.